Hey guys, welcome back to Embrace by Life. I'm your host Lisa, sharing with you my early retirement journey along with my husband Frank and our dog Buddy. So today I'm going to share with you our journey to finding a permanent home here in Spain. If you've been following my channel, I hope you give us a like because we want to get more viewership. But we've been sharing with you our early retirement journey over the past year, selling our home in New Jersey, moving here to Spain, and it's been quite a long journey, and it hasn't stopped. We are still trying really hard to get settled here in Spain. We have finally gotten Buddy's health under control, so that's going well. But we have been here exactly 2 months to the day today. We got here on the 19th of November. It's now the 19th of January. So we've been working really hard to try to find a home to purchase since we got here. We have the profits from our house in New Jersey that we sold, so we want to buy a home versus renting. We have been renting now for the past 2 months, and we just moved into another rental that we have for another 2 months. So we kind of put ourselves on a deadline. We need to find a home to buy in the next 2 months so that we can get ourselves secure and feel a little bit more at home. I know that there's some YouTubers that have early retired and they move from country to country and they live in Airbnbs as they go along, and I can tell you that's not for us. We have not been so comfortable staying in Airbnbs. There's something to be said about having your own home. And I will say that I have a feeling that part of the reason why it took us so long to sell our house in New Jersey, and we literally sold it right before we moved here, is likely because had we have sold our home much earlier, we would have been renting in the US before we moved here. And I don't know how much we could have handled renting there and then renting here for 4 months. It's already taken a toll on us, and it's only been 2 months. So we are really looking forward to find a home. With that said, we want to find something that's comfortable, and we don't want to just take anything for the sake of finding a home. So we are really trying our best to scope out all the properties. We have a real estate agent who we are working with, and we actually found them when we were on the ground here a year ago when we came to visit to make sure that we knew where we wanted to move to. So we did a scouting trip right before we put our house up for sale, and we actually found this agent on the ground. We walked into his office. He helped us find the apartments that we're renting now, and he also is working with us to find a home to purchase. A lot of folks have a belief that you can't get a buyer's agent, but he is actually working for us as a buyer's agent, and he's working with other real estate agents that have listings on Idealista or other listings that they have on their websites, and they're going to split the commission if we purchase something through him. He's basically helping us find something, and he has a really good relationship with the real estate agents, so they're willing to split the commission, which is kind of similar to what they do in the US. So I just thought I would add that extra piece of information, that we've been fortunate that we're able to see as many properties as we can and not having to go through various agents. He's doing that for us. However, we just haven't found the right place yet. So we started looking originally in some apartment buildings. We used to live in Brooklyn years ago, and we had a two-family home. So it was a semi-detached house, and it was a brownstone home in Brooklyn, and it was semi-attached. And so it was the end of a row house. So we had some privacy there, and then when we moved to New Jersey, we had our own home that was really private. So what we've realized in staying in rentals, we're not sure that we want to be in a building as such. I think we're looking more for either a penthouse, which is on the top floor, so we have more privacy, or we're looking for a townhouse. With that said, our budget started around 400,000 euros, and now we're probably going to have to go up to at least 500 is our guess. A big factor is whether or not we have to renovate. So we did find a home. It was listed for 500. They dropped the price to 480. We perhaps could get it for 440 maybe if we were lucky. However, the parking isn't large enough to fit our new car. So we've been looking at other places. We've got a couple that we're going to look at today, But I'll be honest with you, we want to be really comfortable. This is our retirement. This is going to be hopefully our last place to buy. So we want to make sure that we're buying the right place where we'll be comfortable and stay long term. And if we can't find that here, then we have to make a decision if we're going to try another location in Spain or maybe head back to the US. And that would suck because our whole purpose of retiring is to be here in Spain and enjoy the life here and the country, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're not settled in. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions as well, because we really want to be here. We have our car, now we're able to explore, but we don't have a home that we're comfortable in yet. So we came from a really nice place in New Jersey. We are not expecting the same luxuries that we had there by any means, but we want to be comfortable. So that's where we're at. We've seen, I would say, maybe 10 properties so far. We're not going crazy looking at everything. We started out, like I said, looking at some apartments within buildings that were 2 or 3 bedroom, but we're realizing we need more of a townhome. I will say, since we got here 2 months ago, all of the houses that were listed for sale are still for sale. So in terms of the housing market here, we're in Malaga region, in Benalmadena specifically, they're not selling very quickly. So even though they say it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, I think it's more of a buyer's market right now. That's just my opinion. I guess you just need the right buyer to find the place that they want to purchase, and then they'll pay what you're asking perhaps for it. But we're not seeing stuff fly off the shelves in the price range we're looking at. It's very possible that things that are 1-bedroom apartments are going much faster, because this does tend to be more of a town where people come to vacation and they rent out their apartments, Airbnb and stuff like that when they're not here for their holidays. So I don't know how many buyers are actually out there looking for a townhome. So that might be in our favor, but we don't want to do too much renovation, and we want to find something, like I said, that's comfortable, that has parking. So that's another challenge. And honestly, we were thinking if we can't find something in the location we want, maybe we go up the mountain more and then purchase a parking spot down by the beach. And I'm sure those will be worth something in quite a few years' time, because parking is not easy to find. So we are open to location. We wanted to be close to the beach, but we're realizing maybe we need to be more up towards the city center, and that's okay too. We've been spending a lot of time looking at different neighborhoods, which is really cool. So I think it's good that we're taking our time, and I think it's good that we're not rushing into it, but at the same time, we do need to find something in the next month or two. When we do, we will be sure to share it with you. But for now, that's kind of what we're up to, is focusing on house hunting right now. And we're gonna see the last 2 places that have been listed for sale for a while now. We kind of upped our budget. So if that doesn't land, then I guess we'll just wait and see what new properties come up. So, all right, that's where we're at. And like I said, even though they're saying it's a seller's market, I feel like it's kind of a buyer's market for townhomes and for kind of larger homes here. I'll be honest with you, the rate of pay here for folks that live here, they're not getting paid that much. I don't know how they could actually afford one of these houses. So I guess it's mostly just people coming from other countries that are migrating here that are purchasing these homes for the most part. So, all right, well, I hope that gives you information, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.